Let me show you how I made a sweater on the knitting machine. Part 1. Knitting the panels. Beginning with some waste yarn, I cast on and made a few rows with that. Next, I switched to my main color and knitted for as long as I wanted the sweater to be. Finished off with another few rows of waste yarn. And took off the panel. I made 6 panels all together, all in the same way. Part 2. Closing the panels. Before I began closing, I turned them inside out and closed up any loose tails that I had around to make sure they won't come loose. Then, with a crochet hook, I went into the top row, counted back 23 stitches, and pulled the loops into each other to close the whole panel. Then remove the waste yarn. I repeated this process for all the sides of all the panels. Part 3. Knitting the sleeves. For the sleeves, I basically did exactly the same as the other panels, except that this time I made them very, very, very long. Part 4. Closing the sleeves. After I've closed up any loose ends that I had, I folded the whole panel into each other to make it double layered, and then closed both ends up, this time going around as opposed to across. Part 5. Sewing on the sleeves. I took one of the other panels and aligned it together with the top of the sleeve. Then I counted up to find exactly half. And then began sewing them together by going in and out of the stitches of each panel, the regular panel and the sleeve panel. After finishing the first side, I took another panel and sewed on the second side of the sleeve onto that in the same way. Part 6. Sewing together all the panels. After I finished with the sleeve, I continued sewing on the rest of those panels and did the exact same for the other side with the other sleeve, and then began sewing the rest of the panels together. The way I did it was 3 panels in back, one after the other, and in front 2 panels together with one sleeve, and then 1 panel on the other side with the other sleeve. Part 7, sewing the shoulders. I folded it up with the right sides in, sewed together until where I wanted the neckline to be. In order to get the other side the exact same amount of stitches, I counted how many I had left on that particular panel, and that's how I knew for the other side as well. Here's how it's looking so far, and I wanted the top to kind of overlap. And I'm going to add something to close there on the top, leaving the bottom open. Part 8, adding the clasp and a little flower. So I got this big clasp thing and sewed it onto that top corner over there. Then I made a little crochet flower and sewed it into the front. Part 9, hiding in all the ends. And that's it. It came out absolutely gorgeous. I love it and can't wait to use it in the winter. Thank you for watching. All the best.